Thanks for watching SLCtv, Salt Lake City's government access channel. May is National Bike Month, and what better way to get out and about than hop on your bike? Today is Mayor's Bike to Work Day, and we have hundreds of people that are going to hop on a bike and head to work. We hope that you get a chance to enjoy biking during the month of May and all summer long. On this week's episode of Capital City News, we hear from Ben Bolte, founder and executive director of GREENbike, Salt Lake City's bike share program. And our History Minute is about drive-in movies. Let's get started with the legislative update and look back. At its May 14th meeting, the City Council discussed the Mayor's proposed city budget for fiscal year 2019 and 2020, and will continue to do so until mid-June. The Council also received an overview of the first year of the Funding Our Future initiative. To learn more, visit slc.gov/council. Mayor Biskupski presented her final budget proposal to the City Council for fiscal year 2020. The proposal includes recommendations for how money should be allocated in the city's $330 million total general fund budget. The city budget must be adopted by July 1st. The City Council will continue deliberation now through June. Be part of the process and weigh in. To learn more, visit slc.gov/council. As part of National Bike Month, the city celebrated with a series of weekly events, including the Mayor's Bike to Work Day. The events were aimed at promoting active and alternate modes of transit in the city, cost savings, health and wellness, safety, and helping to clear the air. In honor of National Police Week, the Salt Lake City Police Department, Mayor Biskupski, and civilian employees gathered to pay tribute to its fallen officers and their families at the 39th annual SLCpd Fallen Officer Memorial Service. The service honored those who made the ultimate sacrifice while serving the greater community. Festival season has officially kicked off at the historic Washington Square Civic Campus and Library Plaza for the 34th Annual Living Traditions Festival. The three-day cultural celebration brought together more than 30,000 people and over 50 cultures and communities that call Salt Lake City their home. The weekend was filled with traditional music, dance, food, arts, crafts, and more. GREENbike, Salt Lake City's nonprofit bike share program, has come a long way since its inception 6 years ago. In honor of National Bike Month, Ben Bolte, founder and executive director of GREENbike, talks about its expansion and the health of the system.
My name is Ben Bolte, and I'm the founder and executive of GREENbike, Salt Lake City's nonprofit bike share, and we are currently in our maintenance facility at the Impact Hub. This is going to be our best year ever. Actually, later this year, we're going to do a 60 to 70% expansion. We're going to be adding e-bikes later this year. We're going to be expanding our time so that basically if you have an annual pass, you can take the bike out for 12 hours at a time now. You can go somewhere there isn't a station. You can take it home if you need to. It's not going to cost you anything extra. Locations at Liberty Park, 9th and 9th, Central 9th, tons of office towers, putting stuff in along light rail lines. It's going to be awesome. Well, when we started, it was 10 stations. Each station could hold up to 13 bikes, and we had about 65 bikes in the system. Now we have 374 bikes in the system, around 681 different docks at 34 different stations. Later this year, that's going to go to 47 stations, over 600 bikes with 50 of them e-bikes, and like 1,200 docking points. So I don't even know what percentage growth that is, but I'm sure it's like 9 million or something. Well, I think that we want as many options as possible for people in Salt Lake City. You want to drive your car? Great, but try not to. You want bus, you want light rail, you want streetcar, you want scooters, you want every possible option. We're going to focus on what we do best, which is putting out really high quality products, making sure they're incredibly safe, that they're incredibly reliable, and that we're making it easy for anybody to access the system. Later this year, we're going to be rolling out our Equity Pass. For $5, anybody that's using disadvantaged services will be able to pay in cash so the unbanked can participate, no credit card needed, no cell phone needed, and have all the transportation you need for a year. One of the things that Salt Lake City has done that's really helped us out a lot is improving the infrastructure. There's all these protected bike lanes. We didn't have that before, and that has been a game changer for us. That allows people that never would have gotten on a bike to try it for the first time. So we couldn't be more grateful for Salt Lake City's long-term vision and their focus in implementing these projects. So you can go to greenbikeslc.org if you want more information, and then any of the social media channels, you can look up SLC Bike Share. You'll see that green bike, you know you're in the right spot.
Next up is our History Minute.
The first patented drive-in movie theater opened on June 6, 1933 in New Jersey. It was the brainchild of Richard Hollingshead as an alternative theater for families and those who might have trouble sitting in narrow movie theater seats. It caused a cultural sensation across the country, and at their peak in the 1950s, more than 4,000 drive-in theaters were operated across the United States. Salt Lake City was no stranger to this phenomenon. In their heyday, there were more than half a dozen drive-in movie theaters in the Salt Lake County area. One of the earliest was the Auditorium Drive-In, which opened in 1947 at 4th West and 21st South. It could hold 500 cars. Later that same year, the Airport Drive-In opened on land adjacent to the city airport but was closed in 1975 when it was annexed to expand runways.
Hi, you hungry? Looking for a tempting treat? Hold on till I absorb some heat. Some added tang might please you too. I'll slide into an oven-fresh bun, and I'm ready for your eating fun.
Why don't you try a juicy good hot dog? Delicious.
One of the biggest and most popular was the Motorview Drive-In at 33rd South and 35th East. It could hold 700 cars on one screen that was later converted in 1953 to the wide CinemaScope format. There's only one drive-in left in the Salt Lake area now, the Redwood Drive-In. It opened in 1949 as a one-screen theater but expanded over the years. By 1990, it boasted 6 screens. Today, it still plays double features on each screen and has converted completely to digital, allowing Salt Lakers to experience this pastime of a bygone era.
Thanks for joining us for another episode of Capital City News. This month, there's so much going on in Salt Lake City. Festival and event season is upon us. You know, try and get around from point A to point B on a bike. There are plenty of GREENbike stations throughout downtown. You can hop on a bike, ditch your car at home, and save some money. To learn more, visit slc.gov/transportation. For SLC TV, I'm Poonam Kumar.